David is the kind of guy who really cares about people. He knows how to get things done. He's been a terrific manager of the resources of your county government. He knows how to manage a budget and watch every penny. And as far as the business community goes, he's a guy who knows that it's important to have quality growth and job creation and increased tax revenues to pay for all the services that he wants to provide to the county. So I'm here giving my enthusiastic support and endorsement to my good friend David Craig, who has earned the right to be your county executive for another 4 years here in Harford County. Thank you.
He's done what needed to be done to keep this county moving forward. He's continued to provide services that local people expect and deserve effectively and efficiently. And I think that it is very clear that he has not raised taxes, and he has earned the trust and the support of the taxpayers of Harford County. So let me introduce your current and next county executive, my friend David Craig.
Thank you. Please sit down. Please sit down. Just a few things. I've been your county executive for the last 5 years. I left being mayor under rather interesting circumstances. I was content to be the mayor. We had a plan. I had just become the first mayor in the history of town to lower property taxes. I left the city hopefully in good enough financial status that they've been able to lower property taxes each of the last 4 years. But the call was there to go to become the county executive. And we tried to focus on several things in the years that I've been there. We've tried to focus on things like the quality of life. We've tried to focus on efficiency in government. We've focused on economic development, obviously, with BRAC. Being an educator, we've tried to emphasize great school systems. And having been the mayor with the police department, safe communities. All those are issues that are important to everybody. So when the issue comes down to reality, those are nice things for an elected official to say, but when you actually put, as Ellen said, when the rubber hits the road, what does that mean? Well, we have tried to spend your tax dollars wisely. We have tried to keep the taxes as low as possible. We did lower the tax rate last year. We are going to lower the tax rate this year again. It's not mammoth amounts of numbers, but at least we're headed in the right direction as opposed to the 22 other counties in the state of Maryland that are headed in a different direction. For the first time, we spent a lot of money on school construction to end overcrowding. That was one of the first issues I selected as county executive in July of 2005. We had the opportunity in 2011 in September when schools opened for the first time not to have any overcrowded schools in Harford County because we had a plan to do that. And then when it comes to economic opportunity, Ellen had mentioned BRAC. We have a large number of jobs. Many of them are coming with a person attached to them, so it's not like people here are going to get a job. But it is going to do so many things for the economy. I saw the Sun paper today, and it showed how the housing rebound. And the 21078 zip code was one of the best areas for a housing rebound right now when it came to numbers of sales. So that is all good. But there have been challenges as your county executive. The last 2 years have not been the most fun when it comes to budgets, and budget is the most important thing, I think, in government now. We had to do some different things last year. I completed my part of the budget on Friday. I think we're starting to see some light at the end of the tunnel, and we'll be able to bounce back. And this has also been a year of sort of some recognition for me. I was last year, the American defense community gave me the very first John Light Award, which is an award for public officials who work with military installations and basically understand what happens. And I have to say, my father taught me that, spending 35 years on post with him. I became the president of the Maryland Association of Counties, MACO, the first person to ever be president of MACO and the first president of Maryland Municipal League. So those are some of the things, but the honors and awards. But I have to say the biggest honor and award is when I come home and I see people from town and know that I've maintained your trust and your friendship. Now, Ellen mentioned we have a primary. I do want to tell people, some people said, oh, don't be serious. They know the people that are running for county executive. They have personal vendettas. They have no vision. And as I've always said, without vision, the people perish. These are people who just have personal reasons why they think they want to be the county executive. And the reality is either one of them would be a disaster for the county. I know how fragile the county's economy is right now. I know how fragile it is when it comes to infrastructure and looking for the future. And I know that these people don't have that. So it's not just about, should I win? It would be how bad it would be if they did win. We're going to run a very hard campaign. We've always had that. Melinda always says, you never have an easy election. It's like, that's a good thing, actually, because you shouldn't have it. This is a democracy. That's what it's all about. People getting out there, campaigning for what they believe in, convincing people that you're the one that can take care of the government side of it. We are going to campaign hard. We're going to be out there and making sure that people hear our message, see our vision, and help us get through September 14th so that when we move on to the November election. All right, thank you all for coming.